Alrighty, in today's comparison, we are going to test out and see which of these three optics is the best bang for your buck. Currently, just obviously this is going to represent the low sub $100, sub $200 sight, so we're looking at an Eotech replica. This whole kit with the sight and the magnifier is about $100, I think at like 115 or so. This has like a regular red dot, regular red like chevron dot, the regular, holographic sight picture. Let me turn it on really quick. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, wrong way. If it'll show up on camera, but it's the typical, regular dot. It comes in, you can turn it to red and green. This is typically the night vision button, whenever on the real version, but on this version, it is just it changes the color. Also comes with a magnifier, which we're not going with a magnifier, but it's actually pretty good for the price. We'll go more in depth in this in a minute, and also I'm going to probably make reviews for all three of these just to, cover my bases. Next, we have the Holosun HS510C in FDE. Has the same holographic style reticle. I don't know if I can get that on camera well. Very bright. You can change the settings on here. Obviously, your brightness. It's also solar powered, and it is powered by a 2032 battery. And I've never had a battery on this go bad. I've also has a QD mount, and it's just a regular Holosun. It works very well. I have an astigmatism, and I have no issue seeing this dot over other dots where I have a lot of issues trying to find those or see those dots in those sight pictures. It's just like this is a really good go-to sight. Next, we have the go-to for law enforcement and military, which is the Eotech EXPS 3-0. Has night vision capable. This is $800. So this is between a $700 and $800 sight, depending on if you buy it from Eotech's website directly or not. And you pay for what you pay for is reliability. Now, just to be 100% safe, let me show you the actual receipt just to prove that this is indeed a real Eotech and not a fake Eotech. Let me see if I can get that on camera. EXPS 3-0, $813 with tax. Now, that being said, you get your typical, let me turn on, sorry for putting the camera down. You get your typical Eotech reticle. Let me get it to turn on first. There we go, you get your typical Eotech reticle. It's going to be very hard to focus on the actual camera, but you know what you're getting with Eotech. It's a very hard case. The overmold, not the overmold, but the housing is very strong. You're not going to dent or break this. And even if you get your glass broken or shot out for some reason, it's you know what you're going to get. You can still see through this, even if the glass breaks. That being said, you are paying for the name. You also are paying for the reliability. So if this is a duty rifle or, law enforcement rifle, whatever you need to do, the Eotech is really good. It's a name brand. You know what you're getting with an Eotech. It's just really, really expensive. Now, that being said, the first reticle, as far as actually using it, it's a cool replica for airsoft. I would probably use it on maybe like a 22, or I'd use it for something that doesn't matter as far as, reliability goes, because, I wouldn't really want to trust this with, my life, especially if I was going to have this on my rifle every day. Now, that being said, what about the Holosun? So, the Holosun, I don't know if I discussed this before, price point, less than $300. It's normally around $300 with the solar panel. If you don't want the solar panel, it comes in a little bit less, like about $250, between $200 and $250 on the regular version. Now, that being said, is the Eotech worth almost 3 times as much, if not 4, depending on if you get the $200 version or the $300 version? And I would say, for me personally, no, it is not. Now, I don't care about the price of the Eotech personally. I intend on spending money on high-quality parts and high-quality accessories for my rifles, especially if it is for, like, a home invasion rifle, it's like a home defense-type rifle or anything that I need to rely on. Perfectly understandable with using an Eotech. That being said, with the Holosun, I brought up my astigmatism, and with the default, the airsoft replica Holo, it's a lot bigger, but I have no issues with it as far as my astigmatism goes. These two are fine, perfectly fine. And the reticle on this is actually really clean. Obviously, you're going to have a parallax just because of the fact that it's not an actual holographic, and this is, you know, a dot. Like, these two are dot sights. These are not, like, holographic sights. That being said, this Eotech, I didn't buy this for review purposes. Matter of fact, like I said, like, I'm going to probably review all three of these just to cover my bases. But that being said, I bought this to put on my Mark 18 that I'm currently having built. That being said, after I got home and started looking, you know, at the sight, you know, I threw it on my current rifle that I have for home defense, and I just started looking through it. I noticed the blurriness of it. Now, I expected the holo to be blurry because, A, that's how holographics are made, and second of all, you need it to be blurry if you're looking at the correct sight picture. Obviously, if you're looking at directly at the sight, it's going to be like, you know, you're going to want it to be clear. But if you're aiming at your actual target, which is important, it's going to be blurry. That's a given. But with my astigmatism in the way that I see all three of these reticles, the Eotech on a low setting, high setting, medium setting, doesn't matter. I have a very hard time getting a clear sight picture. And that being said, it is just too fuzzy, too blurry, and too spiky, because if you have an astigmatism, it's like spikes. I don't know how to, like, most people that have it understand. If you don't have it, it's harder to understand. It's basically like a bunch of spikes coming off of a dot. It's the way it reflects off your eye. It's special, not special eye condition, but a lot of people have it. So this is very something to be aware of if you do have an astigmatism. Most people like the Holotech style, you know, holographic style sights because of that fact that they are supposed to be good for astigmatisms in theory. Now, that's in theory. In my case, I cannot run this on my home defense rifle. I do not feel comfortable using this. I feel way more comfortable using this. Now, in general, this is going to be fuzzier, like, because it's supposed to be. This is more crisp because this is an actual dot. That being said, I am going to return this the next day that I go to the range because, you know, I have training every week. So after the range trip, I'm going to return this and buy either one or two of these because I don't care about the price. If these were the same price, I would still pick the Holosun over the Eotech. Now, I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments for this. If this video gets a lot of views or gets any views, I'm going to get hate because they're going to say, oh, Holosun isn't as reliable, yada, 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 this, and this. Well, for my instance, I cannot trust this reticle style to this reticle. Now, if the sight pictures were the exact same and the Eotech looked the way the Holosun does in the actual glass, I would buy the Eotech because it is shrouded way better, it's way stronger, and you basically have to run this thing over before it's going to break. Like, this thing is damn near indestructible, has a bigger battery, so it's most likely going to last a little bit longer as far as if this had shake awake and automatically turned off at like 30 minutes. And that's another thing that I forgot to bring up with the Holosun. The Holosun has shake awake. This airsoft replica does not, and this Eotech does not. That being said, in a situation that is like, you know, live or die, in a situation for particularly some type of home defense rifle or a rifle that is like you need to depend on, having shake awake is very important just for the fact that it's one less step you have to worry about, especially if you have, you know, your adrenaline's pumping, you have a lot of other outside factors that you have to worry about in that situation where you have to protect your home, protect your family, whatever need be. And that shake awake feature is one of the things that actually I bought the Holosun for, was because of the shake awake. And that being said, after buying this, I'm going to, like I said, return the Eotech and either buy one or two more of these for my other rifles that I currently have being done or I'm going to pick up. Because even for the same price point, if these were the same price, I'd still pick the Holosun just because I cannot get over the reticle for this. Now, obviously, like I said before, the Holosun is a very good reticle. And, you know, if you guys don't have any type of eye impairments or anything, I would 100% recommend an Eotech over a Holosun any day of the week. But for my specific situation, I cannot see myself running a Holosun, or a Eotech over a Holosun just because of the way that I see the reticle. And for the fact that unless you're going to depend on it, regardless, I would go with a Hollow Sun. Unless it's your duty rifle, then I would recommend an Eotech. But for my personal situation, I'm going to pick the Hollow Sun. So this, in the video of the price performance, this would be the winner, because this is really cool. It's a cool replica if you want to get into like the whole idea of the, the holographic sight, and you like the way this looks. I love the way this looks. But this is a cheaper emitter. It's a cheaper housing. It's thin. It's about the same weight as this, and this is also a lot smaller. That being said, I think that both of these are very good optics, but in my situation, like I said, I'm going with the Hollow Sun. The Eotech's very good. It's going to work for many people, but if you have any eye impairments like I do, I can't deem myself using this holographic sight. So I'm going back to the Hollow Sun red dot, well, it's a red dot, but it is a hollow, like a circle chevron. I can't think of the word specifically. That being said, out of the three, I would recommend the Hollow Sun the most, just because of my situation, as well as the fact that it is about between a third and a fourth of the price, and they're similar quality. The Eotech is going to outlast the Hollow Sun any day of the week, but for just plinking around the range, for most situations, it's going to be the same quality, like essentially the same quality. And for my specific situation, I'm going to put this on my home invasion rifle, or my self-defense rifle, whatever you want to call it. And the Eotech is going to get sent back because, like I said, I can't see myself using that. So I hope this video helps, because a lot of people compare the three but don't take into effect the fact that some people have an astigmatism, or some people might not like the reticle on the actual Eotech. So that being said, that is my comparison of these three. Now, there are better sights for this price range. There are way better sights for $100 than this. This was just cool because I wanted the Eotech style, but I didn't actually want the, the holographic sight itself, or the holographic technology. But I'm going to hopefully have reviews for all three of these kits. So I don't have the Hollow Sun case with me. It is in one of my bags. And I have, like I said, all the paperwork with this. But that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope this comparison helps everybody, because for a lot of instances, things that I touched in this video don't really get covered as much, or if they do, it's very, slight. But I hope everybody enjoyed this video. As always, much love. Peace out.